Welcome to Difficulty Spike. I'm Heavy, and here's how the show works. I'll be taking a game with the option to adjust difficulty and try to find the sweet spot of what is the best feeling difficulty setting. If you have a game idea, drop it in the comments section. New episodes every other week. Mass Effect is one of the most beloved and maligned, but we'll get there at some point, RPG series of all time. Between its wonderfully complex world building, choices that do have impact, and less than stellar gunplay, plus that fucking Mako. The Mass Effect series is by all accounts somehow still amazing. And since the new Pokemon game looks horrid, I wanted to find out what is the best difficulty setting to play Mass Effect 1 Legendary Edition at. Also, this recording was cursed. I recorded 2 hours of footage, gone. Recorded another 3, gone. So after all that, my mood was a bit soured. So now, I don't want to do it again. It's great to revisit a game. It's way less fun to revisit it after losing footage of playing the tutorial section all the way up to rescuing Liara twice. No, I'm fine. Thank you for asking. How's your day? Sorry, just still violently angry. We begin where every RPG does, the character creation screen. I choose Male Shepherd because I want to, and name him Groikel because it turned up 0 results when I put it into Google. The historical and psychological background questions are actually very unique and play a fun role in the side quests I will not be interacting with. And you had to have seen that coming. 8 hours of footage condensed into a not 8-hour video? Don't lie, you knew. When I play through this game casually, I usually play as an infiltrator as I like snipers. I'm not good with them, but I do like them. Today I decided to be a little different and chose Vanguard. Wow, chose the best class because biotics are crazy.
How original of a viewpoint.
He's a
fucking
visionary.
So cool, can't wait to watch more.
Because I always miss out on the fun of biotics. Being a rampaging psycho who feels unstoppable does seem like the more enjoyable way to play. Also, if your first playthrough was done via the soldier class, you are boring and I don't think we can be friends. The game opens on Shepard mindlessly staring out of a window on the Normandy, looking down at what I think is Earth, as Ambassador Udina and Captain Anderson discuss how fucking awesome the player character is and how they're gonna make the player a Spectre. Whoops, let the surprise go too early. Shepard wakes up from his mindlessness coma and walks up to a very distracting Seth Green playing Joker, our pilot. Growing up watching Robot Chicken into Mass Effect was odd for me, constantly thinking about a specific Robot Chicken sketch.
I'm so happy because I'm a gummy bear, gummy bear.
Karth from KOTOR, yes his name is Caden, no I do not care, appears chatting with Joker about how weird it is to have a Turian Spectre aboard. Quick side note, if this is your first exposure to the Mass Effect universe, go play the games. I'm not explaining every race or their unique and cool fucking backstories. All of that aside, we get to decide if we will play as a good Shepard or a
Naughty.
Shepard. I can't even say the last time I did a full
Naughty.
playthrough, so I go for it. With control of Shepard gained, I let loose on the ship for the 5 hours of wasted time I've dealt with, and bring us all the way to Mass Effect 2. That can't be good for the timeline. I rewind, suck it up, and make my way to Nihilus when I spot the Corporal Jenkins, who really gets fleshed out in this game. Arriving at Nihilus and Captain Anderson, we get to see the real threat, Master Hand from Smash Bros. I knew it all along. Nihilus overreacts, and we're off to Eden Prime to mess this hand up. Leveling in Mass Effect 1 is simple on the surface, but if you've played the game, you've learned the lesson we all have: level Intimidate or Charm first. Dialogue options open based on your level and can help bypass encounters or get the player free shit. I, like most people, hate missing out on anything I can get, so I focus this as well. Arriving at the first combat encounter and oh no, Jenkins, I totally thought he would make it this time. Just as a reminder, the difficulty is set to insanity, making this first fight feel a little confusing. These drones just evaporated to 2 pistol shots, and I'm certain this will be normal going forward. You already know it's not. Push forward, fight the Geth with a weird introduction, and meet Sergeant Racism, First Class. If Ashley is a personal favorite character of yours, I've got news for you when we get to Vermeer. Xenophobia aside, I fight more Geth and utilize the commands feature by sending my teammates out of cover to fight face to face. Teammates' AI is really dumb in this game, so sending them to the Shadow Realm while dealing damage is actually hyper beneficial to me. Shepard and company find some survivors shacked up waiting for rescue, and because it's 2007, it's super cool to knock someone out suffering from some form of mental break. Woo! Jumping to Nihilus, he finds Saren, and Saren doesn't like that, so he shoots him off screen. Geth and Huss die to pistol and biotic spam. The crew finds more survivors, gets more loot off of them. See, I told you Intimidator Charm was the way. Find Nihilus, meet Coward Man. Coward Man gives a grenade upgrade. See, I told you and we're fighting more Geth to overtake this poorly designed train. Is this train only for cargo? Why does it have a control at the front? Where's the seat or other safety features? The future is dumb. Saren instructs the Geth under his command to set up some bombs and leave no evidence. My question, how? Do cameras not exist? Do these 4 bombs have enough juice to vaporize a colony? All of that aside, we disable the bombs. Ashley thinks she's the main character. Shepard throws her out of the way to fix that error and absorbs the knowledge of the Protheans. And kind of how they died? It's very vague and gooey. Before Shepard wakes up from his nap, Saren is informed someone may have used the beacon. Couple more questions. If you had what you wanted from the beacon, why is it still standing? Why not take it with you, since you moved it once already? All of it feels preventable with today's sponsor, Charmin Ultra, cleaning up your shit for a generation. Charmin, sponsor me. Shepard wakes up hours later aboard the Normandy, where he states the iconic line,
I'll find some way to take him down.
Linking up with Seth Joker on the bridge, we get the best shot of the game. Seriously, look at that. It's fucking spectacular. Sci-fi perfection. On the Citadel, I make some rounds, visiting the Volus and Elcor embassy, then the Asarian strip club, whorehouse, nope, for sure a whorehouse. Leaving the Gentleman's Club, I find my favorite species in Mass Effect, the Hanar. These pink jellyfish are so interesting in the way they speak to how they support themselves in 1G like this. Are they floating? I don't know, but they're way cooler than a human. Arriving to the council chambers, I meet the man of my wet dreams, Garrus Vicarian, arguing with the superior about his investigation into Saren meeting a brick wall. This leads me to making things awkward with our first meeting.
But I know he's up to something. Like you humans say, I feel it in my gut.
I'll make you feel something in your gut.
Good luck.
No, I'm
Shepard.
sorry, I blew it.
Maybe
I
they'll
blew it.
listen
I'm
to you.
sorry.
I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I blew it. Oh, he's never gonna want to talk to me again. And he's so cute with those little Turian mouth flaps. Fuck. Blowing out backsides will have to wait, as the council wanted to have this meeting face to face to say, nah, Saren's mad chill, quit being like this, when that could have been an email. I've been told way worse things via email, and they just needed the formality of a council session for this. Udina takes this information poorly, and we fade out. The gang decides to try and find dirt on Saren themselves, but needs help to do it, so we're off to find the crazy attractive Turian Garrus somewhere on the Citadel. This leads us to Cora's Den, a gentleman's club run by a guy literally named Fist. The writers really gave up here. I meet the incel Septimus, convince him that he's an incel, changes his ways, and moves on. A small win in an ever-growing bucket. We meet Harkin, go to Garrus, who scores a damn nice headshot. Combat proves to be super easy for the 20th time, and I get my favorite party member. Ashley leaving the party marks a scary moment for Karth from KOTOR, as now he's leaving the party forever in lieu of the coolest alien design in the series, the Krogan named Rex. This party will barely ever change, as I just love looking at aliens rather than the humans available. We return to the nightclub and find it's now a war zone with mostly human enemies and one Krogan. Now, Krogan on the higher difficulties are a menace to deal with because of the immunity ability they have access to, which makes them invulnerable for a short period of time. Because I have played 5 hours already, I know for sure that the best feeling difficulty is not Insanity. Currently it's fine, but as the levels ramp up, the damage, spongy, Geth, and Krogan feel awful to fight against. But just because I know this, I haven't shown it yet, so I have to continue on Insanity. Linking up with Fist, god what a lazy name. I learned the information we want is being held by a Quarian named Tali, then Rex blows away Fist. The player can either praise or admonish Rex for this, but that is so stupid. He said he was going to kill Fist when we met. He never lied. Just a dumb thing to add to give weight to the flimsy moral compass within this game, and spoiler warning, it only gets worse. Leaving Cora's den, I make an amazing discovery about the shootable explosive canisters littered around combat encounters. Okay, that was fucking cool. I didn't know you could do that. Are you kidding me? Holy shit, that's cool. I'm gonna be doing that a few more times. God damn, that was cool. I proceed to never do this again because I'm stupid and fat. Unrelated, but I hate myself. Finding Tali being sexually assaulted by a no-name Turian, we rescue her and she gives the crew the information on Saren she found. I close out some side quests and, well, this happens. Fucking eyes. His goddamn eyes. His goddamn bug eyes. Oh. Oh.
Here, Commander. In light of your efforts with the Alcor ambassador, I would like you to have this small trinket.
You already gave me your small trinket. Returning to the council with evidence of Saren being a douche, they make Shepard the first official human Spectre. Sorry, Anderson. Which I have some questions about. Do they have full autonomy, or is it assignment-based? Why does everyone in the galaxy know how the Spectres work except for the player? Much smaller nitpick, but I think about it often. A much bigger nitpick is when Udina states to Anderson how they need to set up all the Spectre stuff for Shepard. Why? Wasn't this a planned thing before Saren? Shouldn't the pieces be in place or at least be gettable again? Doesn't matter. Anderson steps down as commanding officer of the Normandy. We get my second favorite sci-fi ship of all time. Looking at you, Rocinante. Go watch The Expanse! And we're off to save Liara. Arriving on the planet Therum, I clear the first big combat encounter and decide now is the time to drop the difficulty. The game did not feel harder by any means, but this Geth shock trooper took way too long to die, making it far less fun to play. Attempting to park the Mako, seriously, fuck this vehicle. And a riveting round of Simon Says lead us to a ton of Geth armatures to fight in the Mako. This begins our game show of how boring is it? The Mako sections of the game, driving for upwards of 3 minutes shooting at Geth, is so boring, I genuinely started fantasizing about playing Mass Effect 2. So, 8 out of boring. Leaving the Mako, it's time to play for real again, and I start crutching on the barrier skill. Not for any purpose specifically, but it made it more engaging to stay with the fight rather than leave and wait for my shield to come back. We arrive at Liara's dig site only to be met with the worst enemy in the entire game. Seriously, I can't stand this thing. The Stalker, who is so jumpy and of course has a sniper rifle in its head and can one-shot the player. This time I'm pissed, but take my time and clear the encounter. Mass Effect is weird when it comes to difficulty, as most parts feel balanced, but add stalkers and giant mechs, it'll end up feeling like maybe normal difficulty was the way to go. But with that knowledge, I still think it's better to stay at a higher difficulty threshold rather than a lower one. Challenge is inherently fun, and cheating that in any way can remove the engagement of the experience. Reaching Liara, I realized the voice actress must not have been given any good notes about how the character should sound.
It's a Prothean barrier curtain. I knew it would keep me safe from the Geth. When I turned it on, I must have hit something I wasn't supposed to.
Acting talent!
It's 100% not her fault, as the second and third game in the series, she's amazing, but here, she's the most noticeably bad. After rescuing her, we meet unnamed Krogan Battlemaster who beats my ass so bad I think he's my new daddy. Second time is the Intimidate with some barrier spam, and we escape. Coming back to the ship, I start dreading going to Pharos, so I take a break and visit the DLC mission, X-57 Bring Down the Sky. It features a ton of the Mako! Yay! Upon visiting the first house, Shepard finds out that Batarians are trying to slam this asteroid into not Earth. Dispatching of these mercenaries does prove to be troublesome, as I forgot this DLC mission was pretty hard anyway. Whoops, but I'm still gonna push through and blow up to this minefield 3 times. Mama didn't make me smart, but she did make me capable. So I leave the safety of the Mako to enter House 2, clear it out, and now I want to complain about sprinting. If you don't know, the sprint meter is the white curved line above the blue shield crescent-shaped bar. I hate this feature. Either make sprint infinite or give the player longer than 4 seconds of sprint. Some of these areas are fucking massive, and the lack of sprint artificially pads the runtime. Ooh, now I get why they did it. Thank you, BioWare, you've done it again. Can't wait to get to Anthem. Oh wait, that's right. We reach house number 3 to shut down the torches and save not Earth when I meet Karn. Really just some bloke, but his team manages to kill me after a couple of minutes. I decide to turn down the difficulty again to veteran, or hard as it's called in every other game, just stop being cute, BioWare, and clear the encounter this time, but not making it that much easier, just less damage spongy. In this moment I see how the game is scaled. Enemy levels adjust not only to damage output, but health pools as well. Instead of scaling them incrementally, they are being scaled through the roof, making damage output the biggest focus on survivability. Not my favorite way of dealing with difficulty, but there have been worse versions. On approach to the final area of the DLC, I decided to make a pro gamer move and not fight the 6 turrets out front. Somehow, this works, and I'm left stunned at how this could have been done the whole time. I will proceed to never do anything like this again. 2 for 2 on being stupid today. Inside the complex, a giant fight ensues. Shepard glitches out and won't shoot the right way until he suddenly does. I kill a dozen or so Batarian mercs before a cutscene begins showing off the leader of this group, Balak. He tells us that he hates humanity for being dicks, and we tell him to suck it, causing a big ol' fight. Also, we kill some hostages because I decided to focus on him instead. Later games handle good or
Naughty.
sides of Shepard a lot better, with the stakes being life or death for an individual/group. But the bad guy saying, I'ma blow these people up, and the player saying, nah, I'll kill you if you do, shouldn't be a horrible choice for the player. Now, if we only had 10 seconds to save them, and the bad guy is actively running away in that same time, I get why we would be the bad guy. Moving on, I kill Balak, visit a burn ward, and X-57 is technically complete. There's more, but I didn't want to do it. Get at me. I make a quick pit stop at the Citadel to close out more side quests where I meet Khaleesi Al-Jalani, and if you have not played Mass Effect before, I'll let Past Heavy show you why people recognize her. Ooh, 2007, beating women, woo! Yeah! What are my values again? For a peek behind the curtain, this recording session was split right here so I could go live in the real world for the night. The next day I get on and realize I wasted an hour doing X-57 for literally no reason. Editor me must be so happy right now. I make a mad dash away from the Citadel to the planet I hate most in the series, Pharos. From the nonsense skyscrapers above the clouds. Is the ground clouds on this planet? To the long Mako killing Geth sections, that's right, multiple, it is just boring. Except this guy getting blown up right away, that was pretty funny. After fighting some stairway stalkers, we arrive at the colony where there are more stairway Geth who lead to just normal Geth. After clearing these encounters, I decided to do some side quests here because I just hate future editor me that much for some reason. I really need to thank that guy more. On to the actual mission, and we get a Mako onto a very broken bridge. These sections are insanely boring, so we'll be skipping them from here on out by just shouting, Mako! Shepard meets another group of survivors that are mostly corporate chills and Mako! Finding a Krogan arguing with a virtual intelligence really starts reminding me of something I can't quite put my finger on. Oh well. The VI tells us that shit is bad and someone needs to fix it. The team advances finding 2 Geth worshipping, which I kind of get. You show me a ball of pure light and I might make it my god. All hail Light God, shining his brilliance onto the claws of a ship. More combat and inventory management. I'm also skipping over how much I'm in the inventory, but it's about as much time as I'm fighting enemies, so a lot. A pressure puzzle stops me from advancing for all of 3 seconds, and the Geth ship falls into the clouds below. Okay, now that this has happened, I get to bitch a little. If it falls to the bottom, wouldn't the bottom crumble from the impact, causing the skyscraper we are in to collapse? How is this place built, and why am I the only one who cares about this? We move on to Mako and meet up with the corporate chills who want me to save the creature causing this mess, the Thorian. I refuse and decide I'ma kill all the infected colonists rather than save them. In a good playthrough, saving them is annoying anyway, as you have to use grenades with a specific mod on them. If you miss with a grenade, you may not have enough chances to do it again, killing a colonist or 2. Remembering the times I saved them made this renegade playthrough worthwhile, as I exacted my vengeance for all the time wasted. I reach the Thorian where Shepard's voice actor, Mark Meer, gets me with this voice line every time.
This was not covered by my training manuals.
We are going to need bigger guns.
It's so bad it's good. The Thorian spits up an Asari, which is kinda hot, and it begins the boss battle. Overall, not too hard. Just have to focus the spittle-covered Asari and tell the AI teammates to run in and die over and over again. Some choke points, but the Thorian goes down, and the Asari in question thanks me for freeing her. She has me,
Embrace eternity.
and the player is subjected to a vision of goo machine again. I kill her for doing this to me and leave Pharos for good. Fuck this planet. Back on board the Normandy, Liara also has me,
Embrace eternity.
and I watch the cutscene again for zero payoff. Why was this included in the game? And for all my trouble in whining about doing a DLC mission instead of the main game, I decide to do another side quest of tackling a rogue VI. Why do I hate future me so much? Not much to talk about here, honestly. Clear the 3 rooms, get a new class-specific perk line. I chose Nemesis for more amped up biotics. I decided to do more side quests because I couldn't remember how to not kill Rex on Vermeer. An hour later, I realized I could just go do his loyalty mission and I wouldn't have to kill him. I just love wasting time. Back on track, I arrive on Vermeer, a beautiful planet with a Mako! I arrived to back up Captain Kirahi, and now I get to bitch about the alignment system. Why in the hell does not killing Rex because he trusts me get me 24 Paragon points? Why do I get points at all? It only worked out this way because I got his loyalty and did not have to kill him. I genuinely hate this system and am so excited to cover Mass Effect 2 just to get away from this one. Right, so Captain Kirahi wants to borrow a squad member and we happily give him Ashley, which should be a bad sign for him, but he accepts happily. Gonna be bad for him in a couple of minutes. Team Racist Solarian gets underway with the operation, fighting off-screen in a hectic-sounding firefight. Shadow Not Racist team proceeds with a set of small skirmishes and assisting the Racist Solarian squad throughout. Another thing wrong with the alignment system is, why is assisting them worth good boy points? Shouldn't their success also dictate mine? Why is being a team player now worth the equivalent of a light-sided Jedi helping a sick man? 0 cents, and I continue to hate it. Moving through the facility, and the combat is now kicked up. Every fight has the equivalent of a Krogan or 2, making each one a bit more challenging as they just won't die. It's really convenient then that right before this mission, I obtained the best weapons in the game, the Spectre weapons. Not all of them, but the pistol for now. Even without the best attachments, it mops up every enemy in my path. I continue exploring away from the linear path because I just do not learn lessons at all. Till I finally find the improved Prothean beacon, giving Shepard access to something called the Cipher, which is barely explained, so I won't even try to. After obtaining the MacGuffin, Shepard argues with the Reaper about how he will defeat them, and the Reaper does not give a shit, causing an explosion that blows up all the glass in the room. How did he do that? No, for real, how did he do that? Up next, this still haunts me. I find a cache containing not only an armor upgrade for Shepard, but a biotic implant making all my biotic abilities better by a large margin. Instead of saving, I press on and get one shot by a stalker. Not gonna lie, I woke up thinking about this whole situation this morning. It might haunt me till the end of my days. You would think I would save more often after this, but nah, that would be character growth, and if I've shown anything, it is not that. Depressive thoughts aside, I press back on, not dying to the one-shot bullshit sniper bouncy stalkers, clear the elevator so I can reach the Normandy that will be delivering a nuclear warhead, removing Saren's doo-doo stains from this planet. Karth from KOTOR will be tasked with the protection of this nuke, and I fully believe in him, so the Goon Squad continues to go save Ashley. It turns out fighting 3 Krogans and 2 Stalkers in close proximity is a recipe for disaster. Another instance of, is this the difficulty or a challenging encounter? After dying 2 more times to this, I do realize it is just a difficult encounter that the difficulty slider has nothing to do with, but I am now presented with a real problem. Do I save Karth from KOTOR or Ashley? Yeah, I'm gonna save Karth from KOTOR. To all the Ashley apologists out there, I return to save Karth when Saren appears on his futuristic surfboard. I shoot him a lot and he fucks off after getting the upper hand and Shepard's right hook. Ashley will forever live on in someone's memory, but I need to get back to Liara for some
Embrace eternity.
not apologizing for that one. It's finally time for my favorite planet, Noveria. To be honest, it's not all that interesting. Corporate espionage, some normie human encounters, but I do enjoy that it's kind of built upon an 80s action movie premise. Corporate greed keeps Shepard out of the way until he can find some way around it, whether it is good or
Naughty.
Inside the garage, we find another fucking stalker encounter, and of course, Mako! Leaving behind the long stretch of boredom, I arrive at Peak 15, where I learn how to kill Krogan quickly before they can activate their immunity ability, by using a biotic power that moves them. I proceed to never use this tech again because I am big dum-dum. Upon entering the facility, the team notices the turrets are facing the wrong way, keeping something in. Ominous. Moving further reveals a few more Geth, but then the real good stuff. A truly horrifying alien creature called Arachni. Quick aside, I love the movie Alien. The Arachni kind of hits me in the same vein as the alien, not just bursting in acid, but the unsettling design of it. I love it so much, and I just can't stop murdering them. Goon Squad arrives at a hub where we solve BioWare's favorite puzzle they put in every game around this time period when... Wow. What a classic 2007 line. Crap, a pop-up. Bewildered from seeing such a relic as a pop-up, I continue in a daze, thinking about dial-up internet, which still feels like a fever dream. I come back to reality and kill a lot more Geth. Don't let my cool turning around fool you. In another playthrough, this Geth juggernaut absolutely rocked me, so I was a bit ready for him this time. Less so for the stalkers. Can't wait to never see them again. I fixed the fuel lines, reset the landline connection after killing a few more spoopy Arachni, and take the train to find Benezia. On the way, I find a small group of 6 survivors trying to make it out. I'm not sure how to clear this area on Renegade, as every other way I tried got me good boy points. Even when actively choosing the
Naughty.
option, but I decided to just brute force the door and kill the guards instead. This honestly might be my preferred route from now on, as it is a straight shot to Benezia. Before reaching her, I find the best upgrade for my shotgun, high explosive rounds. I'm sure there's a more broken build out there, but my shotgun melts every single thing in my path. Liara showcases some more of her
Sane? Evil? Should I explain how to kill you? What could I say?
Acting talent.
To whomever gave Allie Hillis her character's motivation and intent in this scene, I hope you got fired, cause wow, this is special. Boss battle time. The Asari Commandos and Geth stand zero chance against my shotgun, and the power fantasy is now in full effect. Taking a step back and thinking about the difficulty, I do believe at some point you should feel more powerful than the game may have intended. In Elden Ring, near the endgame, you fight Millennia, my favorite boss in any game. While she is insanely powerful, at this point, so is the player. It makes the fight almost even. Besides her Rivers of Blood special move, I still suck at dodging that. And if the difficulty was any easier, she would be a less respectable boss fight. Difficulty should be a balancing act of gaining power, feeling that power, and having to use all that power. Benezia stops to have a chat, informing us that she's been indoctrinated by what she thinks is only Saren. Liara provides a bit more.
Mother! Don't leave! Fight him!
Do-do-do-do, bo-do-do-do-do-do.
Your emergency brake is on.
Don't tell me how to drive, jackass!
And I finish off stasis spammer Benezia. Now for the really big choice. Spare the Arachni or destroy the Arachni. I've always spared them, even playing as a renegade, but I said it would be a
Naughty.
boy kind of playthrough, and I'm following that. So I sentenced them to die, and we leave Novaria for good. Upon our return to the Citadel, the Council and Nudina agree to help stop Saren by making blockades. We know we have to chase Saren to stop him, but everyone says, nah, it'll be fine, go home, chill, homie, shit. Anderson breaks us out by breaking Udina's jaw, and we're off to the final planet of the run, Ilos. There actually isn't too much to talk about on Ilos, but I do die a few more times, mostly out of shotgun spamming arrogance. Once I slow down and use more than one tactic every fight, it's kind of just an R2 spamming breeze. Later, Shepard finds a corrupted VI that the rest of the crew cannot understand, but Shepard can, because that's how ciphers work. One, Mako! Later, and we've arrived at an uncorrupted VI named Vigil. It informs us how Saren and the Reapers plan to attack the Citadel and block access for the rest of the galaxy to their hub and leaders. I return to some Mako and Mako! Woo! The cutscenes at the end of the game are some of my favorite. It feels like an actual large-scale battle is taking place while we're fighting what we hope is the real fight to stop this madness. At the end of it, we see this fucking Mako be destroyed, and I'm so pleased. Saren locks us in the Citadel with the Reaper Sovereign, and Shepard takes the team for a spacewalk. I remember my Insanity playthrough making this section so tedious and long, but here, I had a ton of fun running in like a madman, using all my powers to their full capability, and just having an overall good time with my shotgun. It really did feel great until the turret sections. Shooting them with a full pistol mag, I also have a 30% buff to damage on pistols by this point, only for them to not die felt awful. Scaling here was not done well, in my opinion. We reach Saren and convince him he is indoctrinated to the will of the Reapers. He takes this well, and we skip the first Saren boss fight. The player is given a choice to save the council or let them die, and being the
Naughty.
boy I am, they are so dead. Rex gets the final word on Saren, or so we think, as the Reapers are not done with him or me and decide to punish me by making him a fucking stalker. Should have seen that coming, honestly. I have very little trouble in this fight, making full use of my abilities and OP shotgun, and just like that, Saren dies for real. Joker and the rest of the Alliance, but really just Joker, kill the Reaper and the day is saved. One last choice the player must make is who will lead all the other races now that the council is dead, Udina or Anderson. I chose Anderson because even though Udina would be the renegade choice, I just don't care. Fuck him. Anderson is my homie. Credits roll and we get the 10 out of 10 wallpaper. So, what's the verdict? This is a very difficult game to dial in a difficulty setting. Since the point of this is a replay of the game, I'd say veteran difficulty is where I started having fun again. If you want to avoid being one-shot by stalkers, it might even be in your best interest to run on normal or easy, but for a pretty good and sometimes uneven challenge, veteran feels just right. I can't say for certain that I'll do it this way again, but it is the right mix of variable difficulty versus power fantasy. This also depends on what class you choose, as Soldier might be much harder or easier. I haven't done it, never will, I'm not boring. And the same with any tech-focused class. But none of this matters now, as what comes next will be even harder to dial in. Okay, thanks Questlove, bye.